Hello, this is Pat Walker of Mission Winners. I'm making a video for VIPs on pullback setups. I'm getting a couple of questions, and these are great questions. I wanted to share this with all of you. I love your questions. I take them very seriously. Well, I think the proof's in the pudding. If I didn't, I wouldn't at times even make videos for them. So let's talk about pullback setups. A couple of rules for you. First off, we are extremely stringent in our entry on the pullback setup. We don't want to chase price. We don't buy gap ups on after a pullback. It opens ourselves up to risk. We'd like to see a pullback that is a very clean and simple setup entry that allows us to get into it. By having that clean and simple setup entry, we also have a fairly clean and simple exit for smaller losses. This is not a limit losses at 7 to 8%. No way. Pullbacks are good above that pivot and bad below, so we run it tighter. Given that, what is there's a limit alert going off right there on NVIDIA. How about that? We'll remove that for now. There we go. That was one right there, real time. Given that, what do? It's simple. We are very, very precise on our entry tactics, and that by default then we will be extremely precise on our exit tactics. And I'm watching QLD right here, which is a pullback. Here we go. Real time. This reversal bar yesterday. I'm going to take it back in time. There it is. You can see on a pickup in volume, we picked some up. All right. We own down lower also, right? So that's good. And today it's gapped up and reversing down. What's our response? We'll manage it to make sure we don't have a problem. All right. But we own lower. We're not going to get sloppy with it. There's a pullback setup. Let's get to the other one I want to discuss, though. I'm going to show you a couple. NVIDIA drops down, closes near the highs. As you can see, pullback setup. What's our goal? Have it follow through today. It's aggressive, but that's one. Here's another place right here. Falls down and bounces off the 20-day. It's a pullback setup. All right? What you're looking for. Here's a pullback setup from yesterday, bouncing off the 8-day. Here's a pullback setup where it goes sideways, and I'm going to do something for you to help you here, to train our eyes. Look at this. Just going sideways, closes down, closes near its highs on a pickup in volume, bouncing off the 8-day. Can it push through there? And look, gaps down, and then it takes out these highs right here, and it's off to the races. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Let me go back to QLD. We're doing this real time, folks. If you couldn't tell, we're watching this. We're still okay with it, but we won't get sloppy. So those are the pullback setup that we're looking for. And I could show you a few more probably. Let's just go down here. There's no real pullback here. Give you a couple examples. This was a small shelf, no pullback there. Square I showed you had a pullback there. All right. Earlier in the year, this had a nice pullback setup somewhere. Maybe it was right there. Possibly. I can't remember. NVIDIA pullback setup right here. Falls down to the 20-day. We discussed that. Netflix pullback setup, drops down, bounces off the 50-day. That's a pullback setup. You want it to lift off. Now, it didn't do it on volume. We didn't do this, okay? But you can see the setup right here. I'm going to do something for you. Goes down. What do we want it to do? The next day, we would like it to take out the highs of this bar. It's a pullback setup. Gaps up, and it does it. Now, I'll say this again. Because it's a pullback setup, it's riskier. By default, what does that mean to us? From the tactic, we buy less shares. It protects us. Over and over, it protects us. That's what we're looking for. Anyway, I don't want to go too long with this, but that's the pullback setup. Because it is riskier, what is our response? We are very precise with our entries. We are very precise with our exits. But most importantly, because it is a pullback setup that is riskier, a riskier setup, we buy less shares. You buy more shares on a longer base breakout and less shares on a shorter pullback setup. We're always managing risk. I hope that helps you. This is for everybody. Great question. I'm sorry if this video is a little longer, but I really want to nuts and bolts this for you. It's very important. And I thank you.